Hi guys, it's me Molly. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the climate change and my new favorite book, The Nature of Witches. Okay, so first of all, did you know that the United Nations Climate Summit, which was supposed to be held last year in 2020 but postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic, was actually held in Glasgow, Scotland, from October 31st to November 12th? Yeah, did you know that? Climate change is definitely one of the biggest problems we are facing today. And climate change is basically the long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns on the Earth. And these shifts may be natural, like through variations in solar cycle, but since the industrial revolution, human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, generating a lot of waste, and deforestation and urbanization, human activities, that kind of human activities, became the major driver of climate change. So the Earth is getting warmer and warmer. As a result, ice caps are melting, sea levels are rising, and extreme weather events such as heat waves, floods, and forest fires are taking place around the world. And the thing is, richer countries are responsible for the bulk of climate crisis. The greenhouse gases that we have emitted until today. But poorer countries are suffering the most. This is not okay, totally. And we gotta do something about it. So in the conference, basically, world leaders, they agreed to keep trying to limit the global average temperature rise to 1.5 degrees, which is good. And they also agreed to accelerate the phase down of coal and fossil fuel subsidies. And they also agreed to increase funding for developing countries to tackle the impacts of climate change. Well, to be honest, I was a little disappointed. I mean, there was not much progress in discussion. And as for phase down of coal, actually it was supposed to be phase out of coal, but it kind of changed to phase down at the last minute. And it's just two words. I mean, phase down and phase out. But I think it's huge. I mean, it's a pretty big deal when we are talking about climate change. Anyway, hope you guys now get the idea of climate change and what world leaders agreed to in the conference in the United Nations Climate Summit. Well, climate change, global warming, the Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol, you probably feel that they are a little hard to follow, they're a little complicated, or maybe it's just of no interest to you at all. But this is something that I really feel passionate about. So I just wanted to share with you guys. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the book. Well, I guess, some people feel that scientific paper kind of books are not interesting, not exciting, not fun to read. Or maybe it's just not your thing, and that's totally okay, no problem. But if you feel that way, but still you want to know about climate change, this book is for you. My new favorite book, The Nature of Witches. I highly recommend this book. Well, I truly believe that this book really helps you to imagine and gives you the idea of what's actually going on here on this planet now. And I actually talked a little bit about this book in the last video, October wrap up. By the way, if you If you haven't watched that video, please watch it. Anyway, the story is basically about witches who can control weather and maintain the climate by using their magic, which is cool. And in this book, extreme weather events such as forest fires, thunderstorms, and heat waves have occurred frequently as a result of climate change. And and the situation is getting worse and worse, and it exceeds the limit, kind of. And I mean the level more than witches can handle. Well, this book is a novel. It's about a fictional story. Like they're witches and they can use their magic and control weather. On the other hand, there's no witches. We cannot use magic in this real world, and we cannot tackle climate change like witches have done in the book. No. But still, I can see the connection between these two worlds. I mean, I can relate witches' world to this real world. So, in the nature of witches, shaders, non-witch people have caused the climate to change, and they didn't listen to witches for years and for decades. So witches had no choice but to try their best to compensate what shaders have done. But of course, there's a limit, you know. Witches are basically at their breaking point, and like radiation from the sun is really important for the Earth's climate because it is the primary source for the climate system. For witches, sun energy is vital as well. It is the source for their magic. And in the same way, we human beings have burned fossil fuels, produced lots of waste, and cut trees to urbanize forest areas and grown the population so rapidly, which have caused the climate to change. And like witches use their magic to control weather and maintain the climate, the earth itself can actually regulate the climate. But of course, there's a limit, you know, always. And now the situation is getting worse, and it is far more urgent than world leaders like politicians are admitting. And I just feel that kind of they don't really understand the emergency. This is sad. Okay, so the story of the book is technically about a different world, like the world with witches. But I believe that it actually tells us the story we kind of already knew, the story we're currently going through. You know, this is really intriguing. Anyway, this is my opinion, my point of view, and if you have already read this book and if you felt the same way, or maybe you have totally different opinion than me, whatever, please let me know in the comment below. And if you think this video made you wanna read this book, this amazing book, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!